like I suggested a week ago.
You smell so much like onion.
It's a onion. It's a new cologne by Jacquin Noir.
And oop.
What's wrong with us today?
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hello.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me on the carpet in our master bedroom for our little presentation here. Okay, so Ikea celebrated its 20th anniversary of being in business and open in West Sacramento. That means it opened in 2006 when I first moved to Sacramento, which is crazy to me. Do you remember it opening 20 years ago? I mean, it's a big deal whenever an Ikea opens, sort of near Costco iconic level.
I do kind of remember it. I don't remember the first time I went. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was exciting. It was
Yeah.
new. It was exotic to me.
Right. They're bringing Sweden to the 916. I remember the San Diego one in Mission Valley when it opened. It was a big deal. We were like, wow, look at all this furniture, and they got you in a maze and you're trapped and you can't get out. And then my friend Chuck Johnson always said, you want to meet a woman, you go to Ikea, because single women are there. They be shopping for furniture. And I was like, okay, Chuck, sounds like a good strategy to meet your lady friend. So they celebrated. They had a festivity, an extravaganza, a soiree, if you will. Lots of fun stuff lined up. I'm an exclusive. Okay, it's not exclusive, but I'm a family member something. I signed up on their website. It's super easy. And you just give them your email and you get discounts and you get all sorts of perks and whatever. But they had all this stuff lined up, all these fun events, bingo, a prize wheel, pin the tail on the Dala horse, Plinko, which they stole from Price is Right. Or did Price is Right steal Plinko?
Oh, from the Swedes?
Yeah, they cultural appropriated Plinko from the Swedes. Another promotion is that they were saying you get a free slice of red velvet cake with the purchase of a meal, which you wanted.
Yeah, free cake.
When you saw that, you're like, oh, we're going to the 20th anniv. But the fine print, it said limit one slice of red velvet cake per adult entree. Kids' meals do not qualify, which, okay. Because their little breakfast is $6. And so I was like, okay, well, we've started going there for free coffee. Again, another perk as being a family member club, whatever it is called. But then let's get some breakfast. Let's have some cake at 10 a.m. I mean, what's not to like there? So we did our shopping at the Gross Out. They're almost done with their refresh/remod. Seems to be nearly complete. They got granola in 2 different sections. It's crazy.
Somehow it was worse this week. Like, the closer it gets to being done, the worse it gets.
But we know what 2 aisles to avoid.
Yeah, we're starting to get used to it.
Yeah, going down. One thing that they did was they put fluorescent lights in where their makeup and beauty section is. And it's like, they're out here trying to be like Sephora. And it's like, okay, this is the Gross Out. Or maybe they're more on the CVS level. We did our Walmart shopping also. Ikea and Walmart are in the same shopping center. So we get there, 10:30. And the transgressions began to mount. Transgression number 1. The Swedish red velvet cake was a lie. We got there at 10:30. They open at 10. So they've been open serving food for a half hour. The red velvet cake is gone.
The little case where all the other cakes are, that's the only area we saw that they might be serving it. It was empty. But it was confusing because there's no signs.
Right.
No one's organizing this or giving anybody information.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, well, could it be anywhere else?
Right.
Who knows?
Or is more coming out? Well, and the little sign saying red velvet cake was still there, and there were a few pieces of cake there, but we deduced from our cake expertise that this is the strawberry shortcake. We're like, well, where's the red velvet cake? How many people came ahead of us? 6 million people? Or did they just have 8 pieces of cake? What the hell? I understand if they anticipate 10,000 and 30,000 people show up. But a half hour, 50, 100, 200 people before us, and they're already out of cake?
Impossible.
Just ridiculous. Someone should have shouted, hey, sorry, y'all, but we're out of red velvet cake. Or something.
They should have had a sign up.
Anything.
It's
just like, what the heck? A slice of this red velvet cake, by the way, $5, which made me want it even more. But these slices of cake were hecka tiny. I was like, okay. It's just demoralizing. We came here specifically for the free $5 cake.
I was talking about the cake all morning.
Yeah.
You can attest to this.
Yes.
I didn't eat.
Right.
I was saving all my hunger for the cake. So it was really especially heartbreaking.
Yeah. And I don't understand the $5 price point. Like, Cheesecake Factory, okay, they're out here charging $10, $12 for a slice of cheesecake cake, but it's hecka decadent. It's indulgent by a billion, and it's really good, and you're getting your $10/$12 worth. But these tiny pieces of cake on tiny little dishes, like, what the heck was this? Just little pieces of cake, so meager. And the biggest heartbreak was that you can't play Is It Cake? But the tease, the bait and switch, the lies, the deceit of the no red velvet cake, we may never recover. Back in the day, when Black Friday was a thing, the retailer, Walmart, Fry's, whatever, would say, we have TVs for $10, when in reality, they had 3 TVs for $10, and the doors open, melee ensues, a brouhaha, fisticuffs engaged, and people were beaten down for these stupid $10 TVs. Same thing. Same thing going here. Voice quivering. I'm literally shaking. Transgression number 2. The breakfast to lunch changeover was confusing AF. So we got there at 10:30. We were in line for over a half hour, by the way. That's coming up soon. That was a tease, kids. Now, they have 2 size breakfasts. They have a small or medium.
Why do they have a medium? If you have 2 sizes.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
Having a medium implies that there's a large.
Right.
So if you have 2 sizes, it's
right.
Like big and small.
Yeah.
Small and large. You don't call the large one medium.
I know.
Hecka confusing.
It's so stupid. So the guy asked me, what do you want? Or whatever. And I said, I want a large breakfast. I said large because, again, the logic of their menu makes no sense. But also, I hate it when, like, you go to Starbucks and they have you in their sickening mind games, like venti, tall, grande, small, medium, large,
I know.
same thing.
I always hesitate when I go to order at Starbucks because I'm like, I want to say medium, but then I'm forced to say grande.
No, you're not forced to do anything. You do what you want. Why is the world this way? So I said large breakfast. Difference between small and medium breakfasts are the undercooked Swedish pancakes.
You mean the perfectly cooked, perfectly delicious, wonderful Swedish pancakes?
A little battery, a little raw in the middle. So I said, large breakfast, bro. And he said, we only have the small breakfast. Now, it takes a second for us to compute this because we don't know the menu. Again, it's going back to the Cheesecake Factory. It's not a 30-page menu, but we're like, okay, bacon, eggs, potato.
Right. The wheels started turning in my brain. So after a second, I was like, oh, so you don't have any Swedish pancakes.
Right.
Is that what this means?
Why didn't he just say that? We're not so well versed in the Swedish cinematic food universe. Okay, you don't have any fake ass crepes. We got it, bro. And again, this was 10:45. They've been open for 45 minutes. out of red velvet cake, out of their fake ass crepes.
This was the second gut punch in
Yes.
the morning for me because
Yes.
I love the Swedish pancakes.
You do.
I love the lingonberry.
Yeah.
That is what I go for. That is what I live for.
Yeah.
So the 1-2 punch, no cake, no pancakes.
You know,
Just devastating.
me personally, because I like pancakes, I like waffles, but mostly I'm a savory kind of bro when it comes to brekkie. And oftentimes they put your lingonberry on your eggs.
I love it.
Or they're touching your potatoes, or they're on your bacon.
That's sweet savory combo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, if I want a McGriddle, I'll order a McGriddle. Again, there's no sign. There's no one saying anything out loud. Hey guys, we're out of a undercooked Swedish pancakes.
Right. The Swedish pancakes and the medium breakfast are still showing up on the
Right,
TVs.
right.
Even though
Yeah.
they're gone.
Yeah, they have a bunch of like flat screens up high, showing the menu. But they had lunch out. They got the salmon. They got the cod. They got the peas.
Well, we didn't quite realize this at first.
Right.
So we just said, okay, yes, we'll both get a small breakfast.
Yeah,
A few minutes pass. The line.
we're still in line.
The line
We haven't
slowly-
moved.
The line slowly progresses, and
Yeah.
now we're standing in front of all the hot foods out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, we're pointing out things that look good.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have got this small breakfast I'm now holding if I'd known they had this other
I know.
hot food laying out.
I know. They didn't switch the TV menu screens. They were still under brekkie.
They didn't have all this food laid out, and none of it's up on the screens.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's what.
The TV doesn't match the trays of warm food. I was just like, what the heck is going on here? It was so, we're barely moving. We're barely moving. The warm dishes, which they don't call hot because ain't no one cooking jack shit up in Ikea. But it looked okay, but some of the prices were just, so you think, okay, the medium breakfast, $6. It's small time, but that they have for their warm entrees for lunch, tiny piece of salmon, scoop of peas, one veggie medallion, $14. I'm like, that's restaurant. Like, I want a waiter. I want some service for $14. And then their chicken tendies, 3 chicken tendies, some French fries, $14. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You could buy that crap frozen and pretty much get 90% of what they're producing. I mean, they're warming it up from frozen. The potato cheddar cod looked good, and for $10, I thought was a solid price. But I had like you said, I had the brekkie, and I wanted the cod, maybe a little hedge bang bang.
I wanted the mac and cheese. I wanted the cod.
Yeah.
I wanted some mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm super hangry.
Right.
I'm shaking.
Right.
I'm literally shaking.
Yeah. We were over this place and we're still stuck in line. It's like in the drive-through, if the person in front of you is taking 18 minutes or whatever, you want to leave, but you got McDonald's on the left side, the actual building, and then the curb on the right side. You're stuck. You can't go anywhere. It's too late to skedaddle. On the positive note, they did give me 3 pieces of bacon. Normally the medium breakfast has 2. You've got about 2.5. It was, yeah, their bacon is limp.
My
Stringy.
pieces look like a piece that had ripped in half vertically. So they were super skinny.
Yeah. I don't blame the Swedish chef. I blame the pig. Transgression number 3. Now, mind you, this is the 20th anniversary. 10,000, 20,000 over the course of a day or two. I don't know. There was 1 cashier open. 1. Okay. And there's no quick way to check out. You don't get to the cashier and everything has a barcode like boop, 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 scan. Okay. $16, whatever. No. How they ring you up, how they check you out, is they have to look at your tray and they're like, oh, one medium breakfast. Oh, okay. Oh, you got a piece of chocolate pie. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. It's like the slowest process of all time. Thus, the gulch, thus the holdup. Everyone's just standing around because the one cashier who seemed like a nice lady, whatever, is just like this. Who came up with this system? The Swedes? Aren't they supposed to be efficient? No, that's the Switzerland with their watches and whatnot. But it was terrible. And they had another station. They could have had 2 cashiers working there. But no, there was one on the 20th anniversary when they expected 6 million people in the Sacramento area. We were in line for over a half hour. Okay. We got there at 10:30. We didn't get out of Shawshank until past 11. Like, what the hell?
And the people behind us were saying the exact same things. We were grumbling to each other.
Everyone was complaining.
Our food is cold. This is taking forever.
Yeah. Someone somewhere should have said, yo, it's the 20th anniversary. All hands on deck. Let's double the amount of cashiers.
And make some more red velvet cake while you're at it.
Yeah. Or order some or buy some. Go down to the Walmart's right there. Go get some. They got
some
bakery.
Yellow sticker. Yeah. Expired red velvet cake. I don't care.
Yeah. It's free. The line was long AF. The entire time we ate too. Like we sit down, we start noshing. There were still people. The line still snaked around. And it's like the TSA where they got the barriers or whatever guiding you. It just people, non-stop people. It did not diminish the entire time. Horrible experience. The food, honey, coffee, they do the free pour. They just give you a mug, which I like. So you can pour as much coffee or as little as you want. You don't have to wait for anyone. You don't have to say, Garçon, coffee. What'd you think of their free Java? Free for family members, by the way.
The coffee's good, but you know what I've noticed?
Yeah.
No matter how little amount of cream I put in my coffee, it's always hecka white.
Yeah, it's a thin.
I put 2 drops and it's still hecka white coffee. I don't know.
It's a thin brew. Mm. Yeah. The eggs by the time we ate them were cold. And
this week the eggs were especially crumbly.
Yeah.
Like it looked like teeny tiny crumbles. Like it didn't hold, so I could barely eat it with a fork.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like
I needed a spoon.
Yeah, like sausage crumbles, but the egg version. And the food is barely warm in the first place, so you give them a half hour out in the room temperature furniture store that is Ikea. They suck. The veggie medallions, I thought were a highlight.
Your veggie medallions saved the day.
Yeah.
They were delicious, but they have some potato in there.
Yeah. Well, when I first saw them, I was like, oh, they look like to be all egg with a little bit of veggies. And I'm low carb. I don't know if you know, honey, but it's a lifestyle. It's a way of life. It really is. I was low carb for several hours at that point in that day. And it was 2 for $3.49. I was like, okay. And they look like Starbucks egg bites, which are 2 for over $5. Really? So I was like, these are cheapish. Let me try these. Their formal Swedish name is grönsakskaka. Maybe not the most appetizing word. But it turns out you're right. It's mostly, it's not low carb. It's mostly potato. It's a ready-made potato-based dish with broccoli, leek, onions, and cheese that you can, they sell it frozen too, so you can throw it in the oven. Yeah, it was hecka good. It was like if a Starbucks egg bite and a tater tot had a little baby. But I thought that was the best part of the meal, and I'll definitely get some next time. You got a slice of chocolate cake, honey. $1.49. Wow.
Right. I had to make up for no red velvet, and I got this. I picked that piece of cake because it was $1.49.
Yeah.
Most of their cake slices are $5.
Yeah.
It looked good. It looked gooey.
Yeah.
So I started eating it, and the consistency was like raw brownie batter, which is delicious.
Just like their Swedish pancakes, yes.
But after 2 bites, it's like so rich.
Oh, yeah.
I forced myself to finish it.
You're so brave. So much courage going on here. Yeah, I didn't have a bite because there were about 3 bites total. And again, I'm a savory kind of gal when it comes to the brekkie. One thing that confounds me, that vexes me, this is hotel level breakfast buffet food, which is fine. But the fact that they're giving you a tiny scoop of fake eggs, like, what do we do? Like, just make it a buffet. Or they should be packing it like those Chinese food places where they just stack it high and they can't even close the container because the food's up to the ceiling. That's what I want. You're getting so little food and it's so cheap because the Hampton Inn is giving you all you can eat of those crappy eggs. I don't get it. The scheme, the contrivance of it all, it was just whatever. But I still want to go back.
Oh, of course.
But we got to go early.
Apparently, we need to get there right at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah. Some other stuff we saw. The prize wheel, which was another thing they had going on. The line was hecka long, dude.
There's at least 100 people in that line. And it was crazy.
I bet they were like giving away a pen or something. It was just like, what are you people doing with your lives? Again, the line snaked around all through like the eating area and the cafeteria. And what really are they giving away?
I did see one person get an umbrella.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. A Swedish umbrella. Ella. I'm sure it's Ikea, so it's the cheapest, crappiest umbrella.
Is it worth your time?
Right.
The people had to be there over an hour. That line was moving even slower than the food aisle.
It was.
The food line. Sorry.
Well, I mean, listen, I lift and I'm really strong. So if I gave that wheel a turn, it'd still be spinning, okay? Like each person would just take forever for a crappy umbrella. Is that what you want out of your life? But it reminded me of like when I worked for a radio station, promotions. You go out, you set up a tent, you set up a table, and to get the word out about the station. And it's called activation now because they want to sound fancy. But we would give away what was NBA All-Star Weekend, Los Angeles, and for some reason we had a bunch of sticks of gum, and they were all individually wrapped, whatever. So we spread them all out over the table. There were hundreds and hundreds, maybe 1,000 pieces of gum gone in the blink of an eye.
People love free stuff.
Right?
It doesn't matter what it is.
Prize pigs. I feel like there should have been more going on. They should have booked those ABBA holograms, Max Martin meet and greet. Maybe a free paperback copies of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, honey.
Oh.
I'm not asking for the trilogy. At least bump Don't You Worry Child over the loudspeaker on repeat. Those are all my Swedish pop culture references Microsoft Copilot and I came up with this morning. But we will be back. It can be an enjoyable experience. Recently we went there and it was a grand old time. We got there before it opened. We got there at like 9:55 and I went up to the glass door like the old Mervyn's commercial and I said, open, open, open. We made a friend. We were second in line. This gentleman was first in line. We were like, how's it going? We're yapping it up, cracking some jokes. But they did something odd. It was 10:01, 10:02, whatever. And then they like had a full employee of the month ceremony, celebration thing. Like some lady was reading, we try to do service to the fullest of our ability. And it was like, okay, we're hungry. Why aren't you guys doing this at 9:45, 9:50? And they gave her flowers and she cried and it was a whole thing. And our friend hugged her and he goes, I'm a regular. And I was like, okay, should I hug her too? Can I hug you? What's going on here? But it was weird.
Yeah, it's like they delayed opening the restaurant and serving. It was like 10:15 by the time we got up there.
And the queue behind us built and built and they're just going on and on about, hey.
And then they finish their little celebration. They go back behind to start serving breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
We get
transgression number 4 happened a few weeks ago. Yes.
We get up to get our food. There's no lingonberry.
Right.
They're still making the lingonberries. Like,
Right.
So why didn't you start this ceremony early so you can get your food prep done early so
Yeah.
you can be ready for your customers?
Or have your lingonberry ready. They probably got like 6 tons of that in the back.
Do they even make it? I'm sure it's jarred.
Yeah.
So what do you got to do? Unscrew the lid and pour it in a bin?
You got to go get the tray for it. That's 60 feet behind you. It was... that was... Why did you bring that up? That was scary. But they gave us cider shots to celebrate the Employee of the Month lady. I was like, okay, shots. We out here taking shots with our Swedish friends.
Transgression number 5.
You were very hesitant to talk about this, but I said just be a classy dame about it. You don't need to get all graphic, but go ahead, honey.
A few visits ago, I had to use the bathroom.
Yes.
I couldn't wait till we got home, so
Yeah.
I go to the Ikea bathrooms.
Yes.
The toilet paper is terrible. It's nearly unusable. It's let me just say it disintegrates at the first touch. So what I'm doing from now on
Yeah.
is I'm putting some wet wipes from home into a baggie in my purse.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared.
Smart.
Prepared if I need to use the bathroom again at Ikea.
Yeah. So it does it literally ripping it off from the roll, or when you start doing your when you start drying yourself, cleansing yourself?
The latter. I could tell as soon as I pulled it off the roll. I could tell. Ooh, this is like the lowest of low quality toilet paper.
Yeah.
Worse than gas station toilet paper.
Oh dear.
I knew it was going to be a problem.
Yeah. You were in there a while. I don't go to the bathroom in public because of instances such as this.
Well, I drank too much coffee.
Yeah.
Too much free coffee.
But you were in there for a while, and I was like, okay, what's happening? Did she get lost? Did she fall asleep? What's going on? But you came out shell-shocked.
You know what?
Honey.
The toilet cubicles are very strange at Ikea, too.
Ah.
They're, like, you open the door, it's completely enclosed. It's not like a stall. So you go in, it's dark, it's a little scary. It's very small. It's kind of like an airport toilet. Or, I'm sorry, a toilet on a airplane. Like hecka tiny.
Yeah.
You close the door, you're completely enclosed. It was a terrible experience.
And they're selling those porta potties, and they call it farfignugan. But
Never again.
For the bathroom. Why didn't you warn? I think you should have come out there and said, people, do you know what's going on in here? This toilet paper sucks. Go home.
I seem to be the only one bothered by it.
Hold your loved ones. I bet everyone was bothered by it. We'll have to check the Yelp search for the West Sacramento IKEA search for toilet paper. And then transgression number 6. Well, we were wronged at the IKEA bistro. The beguiling ordering process. Most beguiling ordering process in the history of retail. Check out that pod, or don't, who cares. Alrighty, where are we done, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate, or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for the cafeteria in the IKEA. Hospital food. That's what it is. We don't have a promo code for the cafeteria in the IKEA. But as far as furniture stores go, dining experiences in furniture stores, it's top 10. Goodbye, my parasocial podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, we may have... we were screaming inside during the 35-minute cue. But we're still good people, and we're still a good person. Thank you for caring. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day this night. Bye-bye.
And oop.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? I can't eat no longer. And oop.